Hello everyone. Hello Professor. Today is my assignment 2 for the second presentation regarding transformational leadership in ethical leadership. My name is JINGXIONG Li. Here is the part 1. Ethical leadership attitude. So I choose transformational leadership Hello everyone, hello Professor. Today I just want to introduce the second presentation. My topic is transformational leadership in ethical leadership. So that's my topic. That's part 1. I will introduce transformational leadership theory defined. Here's the definition. The transformational leadership is a theory of leadership where the leader works with team to identify needed change, creating a vision to guide the change through inspiration and executing the change in tandem with the committed members of a group. It is an integral part of a full-range leadership model. Here is the components for transformational leadership. There has 4 parts. The first one is idealized influence. They believe in the philosophy that a leader can influence followers only when they practice what they preaches. The leader act as a role model that followers seek to emulate. Such leader always means the trust and respect of their followers through their actions. They typically place their followers' needs over their own, sacrifice their personal gains for them, demonstrate high standard or ethical conduct. The use of power by such leader is aimed at influence to strict for common goals of the organization. The second is inspirational motivation. The foundation of transformational leadership is promotion of a consistent vision, mission, and a set of value to the members. Their vision is so compelling that they know what they want from every interaction. Transformational leader guide follower by providing them with a sense of meaning and a challenge. They work incessantly and optimistically to foster a spirit of teamwork and commitment. The third one is individualized consideration. Leaders act as mentors to their followers and reward them for creativity and innovation. The followers are treated differently according to their talent and knowledge. They are empowered to make decisions and always provide with needed support to implement their decision. The last one is intellectual stimulation. Such leaders encourage their followers to be innovative and creative. They encourage new ideas from their followers and never criticize them publicly for mistake committed by them. The leader focuses on what in problems and do not focus on blaming part of it. They have no hesitate in discarding an old practice set by them if they implement their decisions. Here's characteristics of a transformational leadership. Here has 5 portions. The first one is extrovert. There has 2 main characteristics of extroverts: affiliation and agency, which related to the social and leadership aspect of their personality, respectively. Extrovert is generally seen as an inspirational trait usually exhibit in transformational leadership. The second one is neuroticism. The neuroticism generally give an individual an anxiety to related to productively, which in a group setting can be debilitating to a degree where they are unlikely to position themselves in a role of transformational leadership due to lower self-esteem and tendency to shirk from leadership responsibilities. The third one is openness to experience. Creative expression and emotional responsiveness have been linked to a general tendency of openness to experience. The trait also seen as a component of transformational leadership, as is related to a ability to give a big picture visionary leadership for an organization. The third one is agreeableness. Though not a trait which especially points to transformational leadership, leaders in a general possess an agreeable nature stemming from a nature concern for others and high levels of individual considerations. Charisma and idealized influence is a classic ability of individual who possess agreeability. The last one is conscientiousness. Strong sense of direction and the ability to put a large amount of productive work into task is a byproduct of conscientious leadership. The trace is more linked to a transactional form of leadership, given the management-based ability of such individuals and the detail-oriented nature of their personality. Results suggests that transformational leaders might give greater importance to values pertaining to others than to value concerning only themselves. Developing as a transformational leader, learn how to myself. So I divided by 4 parts. The first one is creating an inspiring version of the future. People need a compelling reason to follow your lead, and this is why we need to create and communicate an inspiring version of the future. The second developing is motivation people to buy into and deliver version. Now, starting with our mission statement, we need to appeal to our people's values and inspire them with where you are going to lead them and why. The third one is managing delivery of the version. A version is no use on its own. It needs to become reality. However, many leaders made the mistake of developing of a version, but of not putting in the heart, and often mundane work of delivery. The last one is building ever stronger trust-based relationships with your people. As a transformational leader, you need to focus your attention on your people and work hard to help them achieve their goals and dreams. Next, I will introduce the transformational leadership regarding the corporation culture and the organization's leadership. Transformational leadership are typically described as those who inspect their followers to adopt goals and value that consist with the leader's word. Transformational leadership also do work within the culture as it exists, but primarily concerned with changing organization culture. Transformational leadership, as well as move their organizations in the directions of more transformational qualities in their cultures, namely accomplishment, intellectual, stimulation, and individual considerations, therefore suggesting that transformational leadership has a direct effect on the culture. The second part, individual who demonstrated poor ethical judgment. Here is my example for JINGXIONG, known professionally in the West as J.Y. Lee, is a South Korean business magnate and vice chairman of Samsung. He attended Harvard Business School for about 5 years. In pursuit of Doctor of Business Administration degree, but did not graduate. He is referred as a crown prince of Samsung by South Korean media, and speak Korean, English, and Japanese. Lee is estimated to be worth 7.7 billion, make him the fourth wealthiest person in South Korea. Next, I will introduce event background. In February 2017, Lee JINGXIONG has arrested and then charged over his alleged role in a political and corporate scandal linked to South Korea then President Park Chung-hye, charged against Lee influence, bribery, embezzlement, hidden assets overseas, and perjury. Samsung was accused of paying when $37.7 million to two non-profit foundations operated by Cho Sun-sing, a friend of Miss Park, in exchange for political support. Lee denied the charges. He admitted making donations but denied something, wanted something in return. In August 2017, a court convicted him of charges and sent him to position for 5 years. The part 4 is current issues, culture, environment at the time of the situation. The first question: should we hold the CEO, like the Lee JINGXIONG, on his high standard of the ethical character and moral conduct of behavior? My answer is, as long as we believe our leaders like integrity, our expectations are likely to be confirmed in their conduct. Therefore, it's up to each one of us to improve our own standard of leadership. It's imperative that we raise our expectations of raising leaders, and especially of those we choose to lead us. For my example, Lee JINGXIONG, especially, he has an ethical problem. When all the conducts declosed, we could never vote a leader as Kim JINGXIONG for a higher standard. The second question: should those individuals to be entitled to their privacy as an individual citizen? My answer is yes. In Korea and other most countries, they have their own amendment protects private against unreasonable searches and protect against self-incrimination, which in turn protects the privacy of personal information. The third question: should Lee JINGXIONG circumstance has received such medical attendance. Yes, because he already be a public figure. Li was named the world's the 5-part impact of Li JINGXIONG action on organization and its stakeholders. According to the Korea Herald, a major business project has already slowed or stopped entirely and Samsung Harman International acquisition is in question. Other investments are also going to be a bit trickier to finalize, as there are limits to what Li's stand-in can do when pursuing a major investment or business project. Samsung's share price also fell in a wave of Li's arrest. Further, considerable internal restructuring planned for 2017 will likely be halted, including the dissolution of Samsung future strategy officer, which is currently seen as a control tower of the company, is deeply implicated in the schedule. There's no telling how the continuation of the future strategy office will affect business operations at this point. But it likely means we are in for more of the same from Samsung rather than a dramatic shift in process. The last part is perceiving motivation of Li JINGXIONG's committing ethical actions. Li JINGXIONG, who cheat for his own advancement rather than pursuing honest meaning of advancing. His behavior shows his most greedy side. A leader who lacks self-discipline and lacking integrity will not be supported, which affected his overall leadership capacity. Here is my presentation. Thank you.